Have you ever begged someone to stay? Have you ever pleaded for love, for attention, for validation? Your words tumbling out, desperate, humiliating, even as a voice inside you whispered, "Stop, this is destroying you." Have you ever watched someone walk away while you stood there, hand outstretched, offering pieces of yourself like coins to someone who had already emptied their pockets of you? If you have, you know the feeling, the shame that follows, the hollow in your chest, the realization that you just traded your dignity for nothing. Here is the truth they never tell you. Begging never works. Not because the other person is cruel, not because the world is heartless, but because begging is the opposite of what attracts people, what commands respect, what draws love and loyalty toward you. Begging repels. Desperation is a smell that people flee from. Neediness is a weight that no one wants to carry. And here is the psychological law that most people never learn. You cannot convince someone to value you. Value is not negotiated. Value is recognized, or it is not. Today, we are going to learn why you beg, why it never works, and what to do instead. This is never beg. If you're tired of giving your power away to people who don't value it, hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications. We release a new psychological breakdown every week. And if this first minute already hit home, drop a like so others can find it too. Let's start with a question that might hurt. Why do you beg? Why do you chase people who are walking away? Why do you explain yourself to someone who has already decided? Why do you offer more of yourself to someone who has given less and less? The answer is not what you think. It is not love. It is not generosity. It is not even hope. It is fear. Fear of loss. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. Fear that if this person leaves, you will be left with nothing, including yourself. Carl Jung would say, "You are projecting your own self-worth onto someone else and asking them to hold it for you. And when they try to give it back, you beg them to keep it. Because if they keep it, you don't have to face the truth. You don't know how to hold your own worth." There are three kinds of begging. Most people have done all three. Number one, begging for love. You text them again, and again, and again. You ask, "Are we okay?" 100 times. You perform. You please. You shrink yourself to fit their space. You're not asking for love. You're asking them to reassure you that you exist. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, said something brutal. If you want to be loved, love. But if you want to be loved in return, you are not loving. You are negotiating. Love that is begged for is not love. It is a transaction where you pay and they collect, and they will always find someone who pays less. Number two, begging for respect. You explain yourself. You justify. You show them your receipts, your credentials, your worth. Look, I did this. I am this. I never beg. The psychology of self-worth deserve this. But respect that must be explained is respect that does not exist. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." But he also wrote, "The best proof of your worth is to need none." People who respect you do not need your resume. They see you. They feel you. They know. People who do not respect you will never be convinced by your explanations. Because disrespect is not a misunderstanding. It is a judgment. And you cannot negotiate a judgment. Number three, begging for attention. You post, you wait, you check, you post again. You craft the perfect message, the perfect photo, the perfect performance. You post, you wait, you check, you post again. You craft the perfect message, the perfect photo, the perfect performance. You're not sharing. You're asking them to see you, asking them to notice you, asking them to choose you. And every time you do, you train them. I will wait, I will perform, I will be here no matter what. You become furniture, comfortable, expected, ignored. Jung would say, you are living in their gaze, not your own. You have outsourced your sense of self to the approval of others. And the moment they look away, you disappear. So why does begging never work? Because begging communicates something you don't want them to know. You have already decided you are not enough. And people believe what you show them. When you beg, you are not asking for love. You are advertising your emptiness. And no one wants to rent a room in an empty building. The Stoics had a concept called the sacred indifference. Not caring, but caring more about your own character than about outcomes. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the man who craves more." When you beg, you are craving more from someone who has already shown you what they have. And craving more is poverty. So what do you do instead? Step 1. Stop. Just stop. Do not send the text. Do not make the call. Do not explain one more time. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the space where value is felt. When you stop begging, something remarkable happens. The people who value you will notice your absence. The people who don't will finally have what they wanted, silence from you. Both are gifts. Step 2. Turn around. Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." You have been looking outside for validation, for love, for worth. Turn around. What do you see? A person who has been waiting for you to notice them. A person who has been begging you for the same attention you've been giving to others. Yourself. The relationship you need to repair is not with them. It is with you. Step 3. Build your own table. Epictetus said, "If you want to be loved, love." But love who? Love yourself first, not narcissism, not vanity, just basic, non-negotiable respect for your own existence. Build a life so full that you don't need to beg anyone to join it. Build a table so warm that people want to sit at it. And here is the paradox. When you stop begging, you become magnetic. When you stop chasing, you become the one who is chased. Because people are drawn to those who do not need them. What happens when you master this? You become impossible to leave. Not because you trap people, because you become someone that people want to be around. Confidence is attractive. Self-sufficiency is attractive. The person who is whole, who does not beg, who does not chase, that person is rare. That person is irreplaceable. You stop wasting time. The years you spent begging for love from people who couldn't give it, those years are over. You now know, if they want to stay, they will stay. If they want to go, let them. You are not a doormat. You are not an option. You are not a backup plan. You are a person. Whole, complete, enough. Not because someone told you so, because you finally decided. You become free. Freedom is not getting what you want. Freedom is not needing what you don't have. Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." When you stop begging, you stop being everywhere. You stop performing for every audience. You stop bending for every hand. You are here, in yourself, for yourself, and that is enough. The poet Rumi said, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was." Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They are in each other all along. You have been looking for yourself in other people's eyes. Stop. Look in the mirror. The love you've been begging for, it's already there. The respect you've been begging for, it's already yours. The attention you've been begging for, you've had it all along. You just forgot to look. If this video changed how you see yourself, Hit like right now. It tells the algorithm that this kind of thinking matters. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're building a community of people who refuse to beg. People who want to stand in their own worth instead of asking others to hold it. And comment below. Who or what do you need to stop begging from? The begging ends today. I'll see you in the next one.